today is one of the most exciting days of my life because we are going to start our organic veggie garden. But first we need to go to Bunnings to get some supplies. We are looking for some raised garden beds, soil, some seedlings and a couple of other little things. We've just gotten back from Bunnings and as you can see we have heaps of seedlings here and some flowers for attracting the wonderful bees. We've never done this before. We have 3 small raised garden beds to set up now and we've got all of our supplies, our soil, all of the goodies here. So we're just going to go ahead and wing it and jump into it. So this is everything we got, starting with the stakes. These will be good for the tomatoes, some beans and some sweet peas that we're going to be planting. These are for the nets and these are the raised garden beds we got. So we've got 3 of these, 900 by 1200 millimeters, decent size to start with. We did get some soil here. We tried to find the best quality we could that wasn't too expensive, and we did end up needing to go out and purchase a few more bags of that. Got some mulch to retain the moisture and a bit of blood and bone there just to fertilize the soil, and some cardboard boxes over there. We'll talk about that more in a minute. Also got these little garden snips because we don't have any at the moment, so they're really good for pruning. So this is one of the raised beds. Keelan, he's amazing. He built all the beds today. Really simple to put together. Just some screws here on the side, 3 here and then 3 on that other little edge there as well on each corner, with just some nuts and bolts on the other side of those. I was happy to see that the edging of the garden beds isn't sharp. They've curved it around and bended it on itself. So we didn't have to worry about cutting ourselves. So I'm going to be talking through the layers that we're putting in the beds today. Kind of like a lasagna, I guess. We have some old palm fronds here, bits and pieces that we've kept on this pile for a few months now. So they've broken down a fair bit. So keeping your own garden scraps is really going to help keep your costs down, because what we just want to fill the bases with some dead material, some green material. I'll go through more of that in a minute. I was super excited to try out my new gloves that I got given to me at Christmas time from my future mother-in-law. Thanks, Karen. Love them. So we're putting down some cardboard to start with. Nice and easy. Just make sure you collect some cardboard. You might even be able to get some from your local Bunnings or any kind of stores. They're usually happy to give you cardboard boxes if you ask. You shouldn't have to be buying cardboard. Once again, you shouldn't have to be buying these bottom layers. It's stuff around the property. If you've got a property with trees, gardens, prune back some of the gardens, the hedges, the shrubs. Keep it in a pile, because we do want a mixture of the green layers and the brown layers. And so the green layers are going to provide nitrogen. And then the brown layers, the dead palms, the dead sticks, even like brown leaves, they're going to provide carbon. And you want to keep it moist as you go. You don't have to go crazy with the water, but just give it a good hose down. And you're just going to be doing these layers of the green, the brown, the green, the brown. 50-50, something like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. And so we're gonna pop the soil on next. We did end up needing more soil than we anticipated, so I do recommend probably buying a little bit more than you think you're going to need, because it's also going to compress down as well over time, so you will need to top it up. I'm just mixing in some blood and bone here, just to the top layer. I think it ended up being about 7 to 10 inches, that top layer. And the fun part, so just I'm sitting these seedlings down to start with, just getting an idea of where I want things to be. I really am winging it. Like I said, I've never done this before. Just trying to think of what makes sense. So to me, looking out at the garden, I wanted the tomato trestles to be the furthest away because of the height. I didn't want them to be the first thing I look at in the front corner, because it wouldn't make much sense aesthetically. Just a little personal preference. And I'm keeping all of these seedling trays today and little information things, because they're really, really handy if I want to plant some seeds in the near future, which yes, I do. I'm going to keep these little trays, so it'll be super handy to have for those. And of course, the tags have vital information on it for each of the seedlings' needs and when you can harvest and things like that as well. Those little sweet peas, they were just so sweet. So this is it, guys. This is it. This is the final result. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. It took us probably half a day to do this. So the total cost of this, including everything today and the nets to protect us from the possums and the birds, it came to just under $370. So it is an investment, but honestly, the value that we hopefully get from this produce is going to be organic, and organic produce nowadays is, you just can't buy it. It's just too expensive. So stay tuned for my next video. I'm going to take you through a little garden tour of everything I planted. Got some really interesting stuff, including heaps of heirloom plants. So check it out. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Give me a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this, and I'll see you soon in my next video.